Yeah, Stan. Nice to meet you, bro.
Alright, good morning all. Here at the Cashmere Club, 88 Hunter Terrace, Christchurch, for the 2025 New Zealand Superleague South Islands. We had the North Islands last weekend. Congratulations once again to Healy White, winner of the men's event over Ryan King. And Camellia Cook winning the ladies' event. And forgive me if I get this wrong, but I believe Jack Beggs over Riley James in the juniors. It's either one of those two beat the other one. They were your two finalists. If I've got that one wrong, please feel free to come at me. But I am John the Voice Saundercock, playing in this event as well as doing some commentary where I can. Shout out to the B&L Productions in the North Island for doing a fantastic job of that event. Really are growing a following up there, and they, for good reason too, they put on a stellar production. They've obviously know what they're doing. They're filling a good niche as well. Much has been said about the North Island's relative inability to stream events compared to the South Island. Well, they're well and truly catching up. It's great to see that our North Island brothers and sisters can actually get the same sort of access to these events as we can here in terms of streaming. Cheers, Ryan. Commiserations again. I suppose that'll stand you in good stead for the Nationals, though, having a good hit out. I absolutely love this view as well. It's a shout out to Paul Chivers on the deck to help with the scores and help with the camera angles and just the whole setup and running of this thing. If we didn't have him, then we'd be pretty much sunk, so it's an integral part of this being as good as it is. Must confess I don't know a hell of a lot about this man at the table, Philip Bailey. I do know a lot about his opponent, sat in his chair watching forlornly on. Daniel the Natural Bowen, one of the most recognisable faces and players in the pool scene. He just purses his lips there because possibly Phillips just ran a touch far on that yellow close to the reds. If that had pulled up a little shorter, then he could have just played a stun across for the one nearer the rail. And here's where you run into issues with the cue ball here, because then you've got the black to contend with. Switch to the one nearest the reds here. And for all accounts, he's played that quite well. He's maybe a little shorter than where he'd like to be, but he's done a good job of not just avoiding the reds, but avoiding the black on the way out. The black doesn't appear to pass the red, so quite possibly he's going to need to go a second or a third rail for the black past the red. Unfortunately, all that side that he's had to put on it to make that possible has led to a miss in the pot. I believe so, Ryan. He's new enough that I don't know him. Well, that's not saying much, to be fair. It's proving that in your eyes, at least, I am the voice for no reason. This offers Dan a chance to force that yellow out here. Needs to be careful that he doesn't hit it too full though. The pace he's playing at. He's played that well, and he could play the plant now if he feels it. Alternatively, he's got two other reds that he can use to maybe give himself a better shot at these reds that are locked in a plant, but he's gone back to it. Whoa, baby, yes, beautifully played. For just a horrible moment, I thought maybe he was going to wind up behind the black. And one plant begets another. Unfortunately, the position is not great this time. It looks like a double-double finish. He's got the first one. Oh, unlucky. You see Simon Singleton in the background there, just having a gaze at his laptop. I think he's trying to get the scoreboard, that big TV screen you can see in the background. He's trying to get it working. Riley over Jack, thank you, Watty. I knew I'd balls that up. He's from Takaka, Philip Bailey. So he's from the Tasman region. This is his first ever event playing in the Superleague. Oh, and hopefully we'll see more of him with shots like that. That is lovely shooting. 2-1 up over Dan Bowen. This is only a race to 3 as well, because this is section play. And we've got 3 events running concurrently here for the very first time in Super League history. We've got a men's event, we've got a ladies event, and we've got a juniors event. And Dan, Black needs to be on the spot, buddy, unless I've missed something. Didn't think my eyes were wrong. I'm sure that black was not on the spot. I know it seems like an inconsequential thing to talk about, and maybe Philip's just gone and pulled him up on it. You can of course go back to the footage if you're allowed to confirm that the black wasn't on the spot, so that would be an illegal break if so. So I believe in this situation, because it's an illegal break, then Philip would then assume the break. Balls get re-racked and he breaks afresh. Hello, Big Daddy Joe. What, 2 together?
So that's like the yellow's frozen on the bottom rail. The white has to, or the cube has to hit a different rail, or that same rail. Like the white can hit that same rail.
The white can hit the same rail. a ball has to be driven to a rail, so it can't be the ball that's frozen unless it's driven to a different rail.
But the white can still hit the same rail, right?
I believe so, yes. Just want to put this little quandary that Jojo Coleman's just come to me with. Basically ball frozen to a rail. If the cue ball contacts the same rail after hitting the frozen ball, my belief is that that's a fair shot. Because basically you've driven the cue ball to a rail. Obviously the ball that is frozen to the rail must contact a different rail, because by rule contact with the rail already means that you must make a different rail. I don't believe that's the same for the cue ball though. I believe the cue ball, if it touches a rail after contact, constitutes a fair shot. I hope I've explained that correctly. If anybody can either back me up or tell me I'm full of it, then please do. No pot, but it's not too bad there. I believe that yellow might sneak in at that angle though. Doesn't necessarily have to play it now. He's got the yellow near the black spot if he wants it. Simon's just reminded the entire room that the black must be on the spot when you're racking them.
Did you guys notice that?
I did notice that. I called it straight away. Hey, Jojo, did you bring that one to Simon?
Yeah, he said you can hit the same rail.
You can hit the same rail with the cue ball after contact with the red, yeah, or the yellow.
Cool. Oh, get out of there!
Also, just realised that there's one person who hasn't paid entry fee for this, and it's me.
But are you? Oh yeah, you are playing.
I need to pay now, or I'm out of the tournament by 3 o'clock, Jojo. So.
But you're the president. Also, if my voice is too loud, please let me know. I do have a bad sorry.
Are you ready to go and play?
Yeah.
Put you on?
Yeah.
What's the name?
Lovely Victoria Peavy, who is one of the members of the committee and running the event. She's just put me on to play, so shall love you, leave you, and see you all later. Hope you enjoy.
Oh well, it might be a bit late to commentate on this game if this is all over. I know. Still a bit of cat and mouse here. 2-2, race to 3. I'm Steve Denton. Just sort of jump on, say hi, and give you some commentary to help with the viewing. We all know Dan from around here, but Philip Bailey is a new face on the scene. Not quite sure I know much about him, but he's certainly matched up with Danny. Obviously, race to 3 is brutal. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm not saying it's a lottery, but you know, a couple of in-offs and you're out the game. But it is what it is. So Dan here, obviously looking to keep the pressure on. Oh, it's going for the good shot. He's in a bit of bother here with the rules as they are. Black has definitely got advantage because it's up to Danny to get that ball out, unless if he does snooker him, which I'm not sure he has, but he could foul and pot the black Philip, and that would give Danny the frame. But he's got to make a valid attempt, and from where it looks there, it doesn't look like it's he can pot it, but he can certainly hit it. But by hitting it, he might clear the pocket, and that would leave Danny a chance. So it's quite an interesting scenario, this. We don't see it too often with these open, aggressive rules. But it certainly is an advantage to have that black in the corner. Amazing setup here at the Cashmere Club, so professional. Get down here if you're around or if you're available. Come and see it. It's absolutely astonishing, and really gives a sense of professionalism. And all the guys here, Simon and Paul on the IT here. It's such a fantastic setup. So come down, say hi, grab a drink, enjoy some amazing live sport. Can we watch it? Probably talking about that one, am I?
No, it's 31.
Oh, that's cool. Send us a message anyway. 31 of you watching, so it'd be nice to know who's out there, who's watching, whether you're enjoying it. Let us know. Whether you're local, where you're from. A great angle here to see Philip have an attempt at this black. Oh, that's a hell of a shot. Although I'm not sure it's a huge advantage, because that yellow looks like it passes the black now. Danny's got a bit of a predicament. If he does pot the one along the rail, then he's got a fine shot on that yellow, and if he doesn't pot it, then it's a reasonably straightforward up and down for Philip. So this is certainly going to be interesting to see how this pans out. I would have thought, knowing Danny, is going to go for the pot here and try and finish it. Yeah, good shot, and he's managed to give himself a little angle, so it looks like it goes, but it's difficult to say for sure on these on this camera. He's obviously got the danger of the white and where that goes. Oh yeah, that's a better view. I think it's good. He's just got to keep the control of that white, and he has. Yeah, well done. Well, it was a good battle for Danny and Phil. 3-2 to Danny. Yeah, I see Ryan, you're commenting on Philip. Yeah, I'm not quite sure where he's from, but he's certainly got the gear and he looks the part, and he certainly cues well, so yeah, good to have some new faces on the scene. Victoria, who's on next on the match table? Hamish and Patrick.
Yep.
That'd be really good for them, Hamish and Patrick.
Perfect, I'll put that on now.
Yeah. Okay, we're just organising the next match on the live stream table. So Hamish Kenny and Patrick Cowan coming up. So stay tuned, and should be another good match. Hamish has played Reds and Yellows quite a bit over the years, but not recently. He's sort of introduced himself back into the game. Always been a good curious. Comes from Kaipoi, and Patrick is also very established player now in Canterbury. Is in fact, I can't remember his exact ranking, but he's definitely up there in the top 20, I believe, in the national ranking, I think. Well, certainly Canterbury. Good steady player, solid. So stay tuned, enjoy the action. Whether you're lying in bed, chilling out, watching it on your big 60, 70, 80 inch TV. Yeah, so as you know, it's probably the second of two Ireland events. Last week was the North Island, won by Healy White for the men's, and Camellia Cook won the ladies. So this is the South Island equivalent, and then in about 7-8 weeks' time we have our nationals, which is being held Richmond Club. Richmond. Oh, they're mixing it too. Okay. Sounds like there's a conversation going on about splitting the nationals, the venues maybe, between Cashmere and Richmond. Obviously due to the potentially big field and getting through the games, which makes sense. But back to this, so this is a New Zealand ranking event, so all these players will be playing for ranking points. And that will then go towards next year's ranking list to choose the New Zealand teams for the world title. Lagging to start. Hamish. Looks like Hamish gone a bit hard there. Can't quite tell, but I think that's Patrick maybe won that lag. Just log into QScore and click on the South Island link, and you'll get to see live updates of all the scores. All of the tables have live scoring, so what you're seeing on there is what's actually going on here, which is a really fantastic addition to the game for us. There's a phenomenal break there from Patrick, and already you can see all the balls are laid out. That's the sort of break you dream of. Maybe drop this in the middle, one in the bottom corner, pop out for the one in the middle. A little bit far, but that's okay. I'm not sure which ball you transition to the black on. The one at the bottom makes it difficult to get on the black, so it's possible he might opt to get the one over the bottom left hand corner first and use the one in the middle for the black. Makes more sense. Yeah, good shot from Patrick. Exactly what I thought. He's just going to pop this out and then use the one into the middle to get position on the black, which is definitely an easier option. He's taken these really well. I mean, they might all line up nicely off the break, but you still got to get them. Oh no! Wow. Yeah, I mean, that just goes to show it's first match on the TV table. It is quite an arena, and if you're not used to it, it can spook you a bit. And Patrick there was solid clearance, but I think a little bit of adrenaline getting on the black, and now Hamish has ball in hand, so international rules are that if a foul is committed, then it's ball in hand anywhere on the table. So Hamish gets the luxury of popping it wherever he likes and then going for the clearance. Probably surprised he hasn't tried to tackle the hard ball on the bottom cush with his first couple of visits, because that is always going to be the problem ball. Shouldn't be too much trouble for Hamish, but nice. I would maybe look at the bottom left now before I went and leave the one in the middle of the table. I think he's decided possibly the same. That will help get on the black. Just a nice little drop shot in here. Oh no, yeah. Oh, big pocket there. Big pocket. If you don't hit them too hard, the pace will take them in, so that's good. Yeah, not bad, not bad. He's on the last yellow in the top corner, and not ideal. Yeah, nice. He's giving himself a chance on the black, which is all you can ask. It's not in the best position, not ideal, but Hamish just settle himself. He knows how important the first frame is. No, snatched at it a little bit, but he's left it pretty safe. Straight away, the cocked hat is the obvious shot, or the Marcus double, if Patrick thinks that, but it looks like he might be going for the cut down the rail. Yeah, nice shot. Oh no, white and straightened up, so that's good. Yeah, good pop from Patrick. Yep, so today the section play split into two sessions. We've got the morning, which will probably lead into the afternoon, and then the afternoon session through till 8-9 o'clock this evening. A lot of players to get through. We're playing the men's, South Islands, the ladies and the juniors, so quite a lot of pool to get through here today at the Cashmere Club. I'm sure John the Voice Saundercock will be joining you as soon as he's stopped playing. He's in my group actually, so not sure who's going to commentate on our game. Great break from Hamish there, really got hold of them, and he's got himself a red, and he's straight on a red, and got himself a red in the middle as well, so another great opportunity to even up the scores here. Yeah, nice shot. Just deciding which is the best route. Sometimes they can seem so easy that yeah, he's just probably should have succumbed to coming down the table rather than trying to screw back onto the one in the middle, but he's left himself with a tougher shot, but if he does get this, then he's away. Yeah, nice shot. Yeah, still not a bad angle. If he goes for the one in the middle, he looks like he might be cannoning that red, so you might want to try and miss it from the left hand side and come around the back of it. No, he's hit it. And he's fouled as well. Caught one of the yellows with his hand, so Patrick has ball in hand now. Anywhere on the table. Oh dear. Right. Patrick won't be happy with that. He knows it was a great opportunity to go 2-0 up. Probably should have tackled that ball first. Having ball in hand, that gives you that luxury of putting the ball wherever you want, and that was definitely the harder ball, and then worked himself down the table. Now Hamish has a great chance. Not sure what angle he's got on that red, but he just needs to pop it out for the black. And yeah, he's done what Patrick did first frame and just let the adrenaline get to him a little bit just to make sure he's out. And he's got a shot, but he will have to deal with the white tracking towards the bottom right hand corner. And yeah, he probably, yeah, it was always heading that way, and I think that's probably a little bit of lack of experience with that white. It was always going that direction, but the shot was definitely to be more to firmer and to put some bottom on that white to steer it away from the bottom corner. So for the second time this frame, Patrick has ball in hand, and again he's opted to leave the harder one. I definitely would be looking to get down on that one on the bottom push from this yellow, and then he's got the yellow in the right middle after that, so he should be coming down for this. Yeah, nice shot. And now it's a good angle as well, so we can pop out for the one in the middle. Just got to be confident with these. Opted to go up to the top. Yeah, good solid pot there.
Yeah, there's nothing in the rules about it, but it's definitely not what's a throw. Because the problem is, Brody was saying it on the commentary last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why
Do I follow this through? Oh dear, no, that's not. It's not ideal. So the mirror of the first frame, but the opposite player has got the same shot down the rail for the second frame. So this is that black that Patrick had in the first frame. Let's see if Hamish can do it. Well, no, he hasn't. He's missed an opportunity there as well. Patrick count himself very lucky. It's a third bite at the cherry here. Oh, Patrick. Bless him. Yeah, I know how you feel, mate. Sometimes those easy dolly ones. Well, 1-1. Somehow Patrick managed to give that one away, but 1-1. And this is what I'm talking about with the race to 3. You know, it's really important to stay solid, and every frame is just so important because, you know, it can slip away from you really quickly. So we've got 37 viewers now. Like I say, give us a shout if you're watching. Let us know where you're from, who you are, and what you think of the play so far. Setup here at the Cashmere Club's fantastic. So if you get a chance, come down, say hi, have a look, get a drink, enjoy some live sport. So 1-1, Hamish Kearney versus Patrick Cowan. Best of 3 for this match now. Another crunching break there. Looks like Patrick's got himself a yellow. And the yellows aren't ideal, but I don't think he's got a lot of choice. Hey Claire, how are you? It's good to know someone's out there. I just wonder whether all the TVs are on but everyone's asleep, but you're clearly not. Hope you're enjoying the action this morning. Yeah, Patrick couldn't do a lot there. He was just getting rid of those 2 balls at the top, and now he's left with these final 4. which makes it a little bit more difficult for him. Less balls on the table when your handover control is not the best in these rules, but he's left it pretty safe. If you're going to leave that white somewhere, leave it on that bottom cush. Being a smaller white, it's a lot harder to hot water to get your cue over the top of it. But that was a great opening pot from Hamish, so he's given himself a chance here. Yeah, that red is not going to help him now. Now he's tied one up. And Hamish opted in just to carry on with the clearance, whereas probably the more sensible option would have been to play something, defensive. If he had applied that, he's still going to left with the same problem, so there really isn't a lot of advantage. Now, although Patrick there's done similar, but he's got it out, so yeah, I think I'd be looking to get that yellow out from the black. There's just no advantage to anything else. Yeah, you're going to leave him a chance, but unless he can come back, yeah. Oh, yeah. Chasing his tail a little bit here, Patrick. So going back to what I said, I mean, that ball that he's just potted, I mean, it was, arguably better on the table, but and now he's potted, so no. Got a chance of the double? What do I know? It was a great double. Well, he fancies his chances. Then if he gets this double, then the black could be on. It's not an easy shot. The yellow is close to the side cushion and a high chance of a double kiss. Yeah, I know, Claire, you're right. There's nothing worse than watching a sport in action without any commentary, so every opportunity somebody will drop on, keep you informed with a bit of professional knowledge, he says with a straight face. So here we go, here's the double on. I don't think it is. I think he's just going to have to dolly it out, yeah. That's not the best shot because he's left Hamish that shot at the top, so now Hamish has control. He sort of had control there. He could have played a better safety if he was clearly going for it. He's left Patrick a shot when he could have actually potted the one over the top and maybe left it safer in this bottom right hand corner, and he had a ball between them, but anyway. Yeah, not too bad. Now Hamish has got another chance to do something here. He's got the black as the problem. It's all very well clearing these four up, but might be better to looks like he's all in, which is fine. He's going to leave himself. He's got an angle to try and get the black out, but the odds are pretty against him getting it out and being on it, but you never know. There's a good QS, so let's see what he does here, or he's just going to go for the double. Looks like it's on as well, pretty straight. He'll be thinking about the white just in case, but I don't think he can leave it anywhere really safe. He could screw it down to the bottom cush, but and he's done exactly that. Yeah, worth an effort. Worth an effort. Difficult one now. I don't think he can cut that in. So it's difficult to get a safety as well. I'd be tempted to go up and down for this, but yeah. Oh! Yeah, that's a bit of a... Yeah, I'm not sure. I think, obviously, judging by how hard it was to cut that in, he maybe up and down, then he would have been on the black. Anyway, 2-1 to Hamish, and to be fair, Patrick's probably had the better of the chances, so... and like I say, with a race to 3, the pressure's on Patrick now to try and claw the last 2 frames back. There's just no room for error, unfortunately. With the longer races, it's there's a little bit of wiggle room there. Especially for me, I tend to go 3 or 4-0 down, so this is no good to me. These races, and then something goes, oh, maybe I should start playing now, eh? Shouldn't give away too much, but I think I am the world's slowest starter. Oh well, Hamish, got a good break on him, Hamish. Got a good spread last time. Oh, and he's dropped the white in the middle, so just what Patrick needs to get himself back into this game. The first chance. Now, if you do go reds, there's only one difficult ball there, and the one in the stuck to the yellow and near the middle pocket, so he'd be looking to get that out as soon as possible. He's stretching now, he's leaning over. Probably could have done with a half roll more, but change of plans then now. Yeah, maybe he's back to the one on the cushion now, because that leaves him a natural position for the one into the left middle, and he's still got that problem with the red stuck to the yellow, which the longer he leaves it, the harder it is. It's never ever a good idea to leave that to your last ball. Although, looking at it now, I'm thinking it does go in off the yellow, so if he sees that, he might not have to worry. Yeah, good shot. Yeah, actually, I've changed my mind. Roll this in, play the red onto the yellow into the middle, and then he's got the last. Has he seen it? Yeah, roll that in. Now then. I'm pretty sure he has. And it's just about getting some position on this last red now. Oh, I'm surprised at that. And it's ball in hand, because Patrick didn't hit a cush, so Hamish has ball in hand and the opportunity to put it anywhere on the table. And yeah, I'd be looking at getting this yellow off the red into the middle, because that's a hard ball, and I don't think he's seen that. He still could play it later on, but he seems to be in a hurry. Maybe he's got to get home. But that's a good shot. He just needs to have a look now at this yellow off the red, because that really opens the frame up. I'd probably pop these two on the bottom here. Yeah. Oh, he hasn't quite come up. Maybe he's okay. I'm not sure he's seen it. It's not easy, but it's definitely the best option, unless he's got the double in mind. He has got the pot into the top, which will naturally bring that yellow out, but that's a riskier one. He might be looking at the double. Oh no, he has seen it. Good shot. No, that's a great shot. You got the top view? Oh, there you go. Oh, he's missed it. Didn't quite see what happened there, but anyway. He's given Patrick a chance to get back into this game now. Yeah, nice. Good shot, Patrick. I'm quite sure what the angle is like, so... We go back. Oh, yeah. It looks pretty straight, but I'm sure a shot on the black will appear somehow. Just screw it back. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay, this shot for Hill and one frame shootout. Yeah, good shot. Nice one. Okay, 2-2. Just going to pop to Lou. Back in a sec. Right, here we go. Back to it. 2-2, one frame decider. It's like Patrick's got first shout. I think you can all see the problem ball. Probably should have took the opportunity and nudged out the cush. It wouldn't have hurt. Don't think it affect the shot. So yeah, but again, the one by the black. That's the one. It does go in the top, but what point do you tackle it? He's going for nice one. I mean, this into the middle leads nicely to the one in the top, but yeah, you could screw back and go for the... I think it goes in the middle as well. Maybe stun this in. Top left corner and then back. Yeah, nice shot. He might even be able to... I mean, it's risky going into it because you just don't know what's going to happen. If he can, he wants to screw this down for the yellow in the middle. Or he's going to try and... Yeah, he tried to get into it. And I reckon he could have done. He just didn't get enough action on the bottom of the white there. So now, this is what I'm talking about with the rules. Patrick, he hasn't hit a cush. Okay, advantage Hamish. Again, he's got a great chance of getting this one down the side rail off the one in the middle, or he could go for it. He's just going to leave that for now. Get his hard ball off the top. Definitely the right way to go, top to bottom. This one on the bottom left is his next problem. But use your 45 seconds time clock. We're not using that at the moment, but we will be at the end of the tournament, so that will change people's pace and the way they think about the game. Yeah, good pot. Now, can he... no, okay. I think he's just going to pot the one on the left, and maybe double the last yet. Red. He likes his doubling. Oh no, it's twitched a little bit there. He left himself the double. Patrick has not an easy shot. All I can suggest is that he goes for this dead weight, leaving the double on the black, and then hoping he doesn't leave too much for Hamish. Just got to give it enough weight to reach the top at least. Yeah, I think that's what he was thinking. It was half a mind to sort of, leave it safe. He would have left himself up double on the black. Hamish has got a good opportunity to spin this white behind the black and the red and leave Patrick snookered. With the throw on that white, it's a lot easier than it looks. Or just go this way. Oh yeah, good shot. That's a good shot. Yep. Advantage Hamish. Looks like Patrick's all in with this one, and it's a great shot. What a shot. Pulled that one out the bag. And now he's got this easy black down the rail for 3-2. He'll be thinking about what he's doing with the white, but he really should be all in with the pot. Yeah, a bit half-hearted, but okay. I think he's left a gap there for Hamish maybe to come off cush first and try and sneak that red behind the black. I'm not sure there's much advantage.
One is even on TV yet, is it? Table 2?
Do you have a table back?
He's going. Yeah, well.
Maybe we need to. Do you think we need to adjust the brightness of the TV?
Oh yeah, can you do that?
Not sure where he's thinking it. I guess a double. He's putting all his eggs in one basket here. He's gone for the trebly doubly thing and he's missed, so wow, Patrick somehow has crept over the line here, and I think he'll be the first to admit he had a lot of chances there, but he's there and that's all that matters, and that's what I'm saying about three best of five. It's the smallest of margins, so well done Patrick, good effort Hamish, and I'll leave you now and see what's going on next.
Table 14, Dan Commons, Ruben Nate, table 14.
That one?
Green here.
Oh yeah. Hi guys, Steve Denton here. Just thought I'd come on here and give you a bit of running commentary on the next TV table game. Hope you're all enjoying the action so far. Who we got? We've got 55 people watching, that's good. Getting ready for the lag for the next game on the TV table. Devin Bramley and Dan Bowen. This should be quite a good game. Devin, very attacking player, and so is Dan. Shouldn't imagine this would take too long, but you never know. Just a race to 3 in the group stages section play, so pretty brutal, as I've just found out, losing 3-0. Whoops. Against Barry Henderson, he played really well. Just not very good on my part, but like I say, when you get behind, it's yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
We're in the queue for.
Oh, yeah. I'll jump on with you.
Go for it.
Righty ho, we're double barreling it, Steve.
Yeah, hi John, how you doing?
Great, thank you. Now here's a game that a lot of people would have wished for. Both of these guys quite fluid players, so I love watching this sort of game. It doesn't matter what rule set it is, because you know you're going to get entertainment.
Yeah,
whatever happens.
Totally agree. Yeah, very good, aggressive attacking players. I just mentioned that. So, if it goes to plan, then it shouldn't last too long, one way or the other.
Well, true that, and also shorter race as well, which we don't play a lot of. But the way it's been done this year is section play, so the shorter race it is. It remains to be seen how well this actually works for tournaments, because we're not used to it playing reds and yellows. It's quite different.
True dat. Where'd you learn street talk?
On the street. Do you not touch grass enough?
True dat.
Fats.
Funny.
I was going to say one more, but it contains a swear word, so I can't use it.
Here we go then. See if we decide to break. Ooh, oh no, beautiful. Perfect from Dan.
Brilliant leg from Dan, almost touching the rail.
Yeah, that'll do, Dan. Yeah, you can have that one. No measure required there.
No, he didn't need to get the stick out at all. I think this is his second game playing on the streaming table.
Yeah, it is.
I called one of his games before.
He played Philip earlier.
He did.
I was on it just after you, so we both had a go at that one. It was a good match.
I thought Philip actually acquainted himself quite well to the game.
Yeah, do you know much about Philip? Because I'm really not sure.
Not a Scooby, I'm afraid, about Philip. So we're learning something new.
Yep. Good
so
time.
One great thing I love about this game is how new so many players are to it. You either win or you learn, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I always, the attitude I like to bring into it, because I'm still relatively new to it myself. Obviously I know how to play, but
Yeah.
because I play a lot of CNZ, this game still throws up a lot of vagaries for me, so I just carry into it. You either win or you learn.
Well, Devin straight into the Reds. Didn't have a lot of angle to do much with that, so he's just made himself a set, and now he's away, and probably cut this one in the middle. Oh no, he's going for the bottom. Okay.
He almost looked like he was in between options.
Yeah.
I knew he had the cut on, but didn't want to disturb the table too much. Because the way the balls were lying was okay. If he messes with it too much, then he buzzes himself. Like, what are you doing?
What's doing, Dan? You're not on Reds, mate. I think he's just realised his mistake. he thinks Dev's missed the red when in fact he's potted
Someone
one.
get that man a Jack Daniels. He's been drinking waters. Maybe that's his problem.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning excessive consumption of alcohol, by the way. Well, earlier on, he when he racked two of his racks, the black wasn't on the spot. Simon actually had to step in and tell him that it's a foul rack.
Actually, interestingly, these are the top two in this group so far, both undefeated with 2 wins. So this will certainly set the precedent for the rest of the group. Whoever wins this.
It's funny how you say that and he misses one that you expect him to pot almost every time. But Dev's a good touch player. In fact, that's his craft, is his touch game. So I always say that this game does tend to favour touch players because of the fact that you're playing with a small cue ball and the fact that you can snooker and that the margins seem to be smaller.
Yeah.
If your touch is good, then you'll do well. How did that not fall?
It had a good think about going in. It actually dipped into the edge there and then decided not to. The pace kept it out.
I had one against Edwin when I tried to fine cut it in the middle where the ball looked like it was going to drop for all money and then it just hung there like there was some chewing gum there. And then Edwin played a shot into a different pocket and it did the same thing. It's weird. Maybe the table hadn't been brushed.
Yeah, it could have been something like that. Oh, I was looking at here, obviously the
Turnover
incredibly long... Oh, is he going
no,
in?
he's going to play the plant onto the other edge. No, he's not. Jesus, we were all wrong.
I can go on if you want. Si? Is it me on?
You're on now.
Yeah. Sorry, off guys, see you later.
All the best of luck, Steve. Oh, hello. Just as I say that, Victoria's called my name. So, unfortunately, for the time being, you'll be left with no one to commentate. Hopefully we can remedy that. Continue to enjoy.
Can't get those chops finished. Cheers, mate. Stop, bro. Wait, though. Fuck it, just keep going on that. Yeah, I'm totally scarred for it. I'm going to play this out for put a show on. I won my first two, top seed? No, Patrick Cowan.
Yeah, I think so. I don't even know how the seeding works.
Yeah.
I always get picked.
Sure did, eh?
How does this even work?
Yeah.
Some random.
Decent, bro.
Righty ho, so back to our streaming table. As you can see, the glory of Q-Score. We do not have to manually manipulate the score anymore because the players will do that themselves. It was a setup very similar to the North Islands where you had the big screen in full view, but then the laptop next to it to enable the players to change the score, which then goes on the big screen, which can then go onto our screen. I think it's also a more personal touch as well, having that scoreboard, because you can actually see the players' mugs and the next to their names, even though you can obviously see them on the stream what they look like. It gives it a more professional look, in my opinion. And you can see all the relevant information the same way. Kiri Michaelides, one of the long-standing custodians of this sport in Canterbury. He's been involved in this particular cue sport for quite some time, by which I mean playing firstly the two-shot English rules, and then the switch to black ball rules, and now the switch to international rules. He's been through almost the entire process. By contrast, his opponent about to assume the table is very new to this rule set. There's Wayne Aitken from kind of halfway in between Hokitika and Greymouth, but he bases himself pool-wise in Hokitika. Oh dear, he's going to learn fairly soon that you can't be doing that in this game and expect to succeed. He has been named for the over 60s team to go over to Ireland this year, and Kiri Michaelides has earned a spot in the men's team for that same trip. So you will see players, a lot of players who have been selected for any of the teams to go to play in the World Championships on this particular table, as you can on any table if you come down to the club and watch. It was a good little hit out actually, this to... Oh, he's unlucky, he's just ended up stuck behind the red. But it's a great little hit out, nice and early in the season, to see where you're at. You can't make contact with the yellow, so it will be ball in hand. Many of these players, of course, reside in or around Christchurch. They get to play in the Canterbury Superleague, which has just concluded the first round. 2 tiers in that. And Kerry was of course playing in it. Cheat the pocket as much as you can to keep yourself as straight as possible on this ball. Can manipulate that angle quite nicely, what little angle he had, to get nice and squarely behind this red. Easier to do with a smaller white ball than the regular sized white ball. As long as you don't try to overdo it, if you just use that subtlety the small cue ball allows, then you can actually manufacture a lot of different angles that you couldn't otherwise. It is something that I do love to watch in this game, and you'll see the better players use that very well. That it looks straight, you can't really do anything with it, but they actually manage to make a sideways angle out of it, and you wonder how. So Kerry here with the ultimate rack, or the rack that they use for ultimate pole, I believe, which is collapsible, as you could hear. There's only 2 sides to it. You actually only really need the 2 sides, and it works to just allow the balls to basically sit in place, and then you can just remove the rack and clip it back up. Hey Summit, good to have you on. Did you play in the North Island, Summit? I know you would have been sniffing around it if you weren't. Unfortunately, for all the good that that rack does, it, much like the shark rack, does not guarantee you a ball off the break. So Wayne now assumes the table. How did you do, by the way? Oh, I mean, it'd be great to catch up with you again. Well, apart from the red near that rail, it's worked out pretty well. There's good usage of the small cue ball there too, just to be able to kill it. Oh no. Oh no, that's not where he wanted to be at all. Anywhere nice and straight would have been perfect. Now he's got to run around the table, possibly. He's ended up just trying to bite the pocket off and miss the ball, so he wanted to run into those yellows and hopefully stay there where he had a shot at that last red. Paul's just doing some work in the background. If the view does go in and out, that'll be why. It's not a glitch, it's just Paul just applying his computing wizardry. That was meant to be a turnover shot, but he failed to achieve the objective. Looking for a turnover shot and a snooker and got neither. Right there is about perfect because you can just run through a small amount. Just a small amount. The cue ball will naturally pop off the rail. Allow him unfettered access to this black, which he has subsequently missed. Dear oh dear. Everything was set up perfectly for him, he just couldn't take the cake. At this point where so many of these balls are sort of half and half, whether you look for snooker first or, as you see there, he's missed that, but the point was to not give Wayne an easy look at the black if he missed it. I thought that did cut, and there's a possibility that it cut, but it would have been very, very tight. Played that with a trace of stun to get it to go slightly wider around that yellow there, just so he could open it up. Across the table, he's not where he wanted to be there. He wanted that to pull up short so that he had a good look at the yellow nearest the cue ball. He may have to reroute here. He might even be thinking of a snooker. If he plays that same yellow, he can snooker behind the one next to it, which he has done. And even though he's achieved what he wanted to there, he'll be disappointed because there was a chance to finish the frame, which he had to then abandon because he didn't get where he wanted to. And unfortunately for Wayne, he's not made contact, so the objective very much met with that previous shot that Curry played. With the black where it is, you really could finish on anything. He's choosing to go the head end of the table first. Oh, look out. No, he's okay. In fact, that's nearly perfect, because as long as he can pot this and get that cue ball off the rail, it'll be sweet. He's ended up on the bulk rail, but as long as he cues nicely, he should be fine. Which he has done, and I think this cuts, but looks like he's going for the cut. No, he did go for the corner. Just the spin that he put on it, he put inside English on it, which told me he was possibly going for the cut. Oh, the cue ball got in the way. God damn. I think that was going too, just to make it worse. Oh, that's loose. Don't think he would have expected to get another shot at this, but he needs to make the most of it. And he has. I feel a bit fortunate to have a frame there, but they all count the same. And the obligatory post-frame discussion about what you should have done and what you shouldn't have done. But in the wash, it's one frame apiece. I do love this. I'm just looking at the other screen at the moment, because we've got 3 screens. On the second screen, I'm on the third screen. On the second screen, you can actually see the progress of every single table in the venue on Q Score.
Do you want me to jump in with you?
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Hi guys, Steve, don't you just... What was that? Is that going all around there?
There's a bit of exuberance.
Hello. Steve here. What are we looking at? Terry and Wayne, 1-1.
Hey Steve, are we trying to make an ASMR channel?
I shouldn't shout.
No, you shouldn't shout. We're not up in the other room anymore. Yeah, I did see him earlier, Summit. No, he looks really well actually. He's dapper as always.
Shot.
Oh, I love that sound.
Nice.
It's just audio pleasure for a pool player, that. I think the way these tables are actually constructed, it gives you that good feedback with the noise when the ball hits the pocket.
Yeah, good clunk.
The other tables that do that really nicely are the ones with the leather-backed pockets, or snooker tables. You know you've absolutely middled one when you hear it do that.
There's the other 15 tables.
Oh, cool. Look at that.
So Paul's been able to actually condense that into half a screen for us. So if you are wanting to know how a particular player is going in this competition, you can actually ask and we can tell you. I've known I've known both you and Jay for about 20 years, Summit. With some of the first people I actually met playing this game, in fact.
So am I right in thinking this is 2 of the New Zealand team playing here? Kerry for the men, and is that Wayne playing for the over 60s, is it?
Correct and correct. I was just saying before about how good a sort of yardstick this is for measuring where you're at in terms of your game. I know, especially for Wayne, I would say, because he hasn't had a chance to play this so much.
Yeah, but I'm on the understanding that he's actually got a Russ on hollow table, well, certainly on its way.
Oh, unlucky.
And he's going to put it in his house, and he's open invite to come and play on it if you're on the West Coast. So that's what I understand. That he's bought one along with Kerry. Funny enough, Kerry and him both have ordered a table, which is quite bizarre. And they're both playing each other.
Well, they're both quite, I would say, quite well off, but that's not quite the right term I would use.
No, riches.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Kerry obviously with the hand that he has in his business, which is, by the way, bottom left corner of your screen.
Gianni's.
Yanni Peter bread.
Yep, go to Gianni's. Although they've cornered the market, so you probably can't buy any of this.
Isn't that the way?
Yeah, well, that's the way you get rid of competitors, eh? Just like he's trying to do now.
Yeah. On the table, of course.
On the table, yeah.
Global process management, by the way. It's funny you should mention all the similarities between the two players. Guess whose company that is?
Well, I was aware of this, that Mossy Wayne is one of the directors.
How good is that? Oh, who moved it?
Move what, the camera?
Someone moved it.
Ah,
The Yanni logo off the screen.
No, it's on our rotation.
Oh, good pick, Victoria. Thank you.
yeah, Global Process have been very generous in their sponsorship for the New Zealand team, so we're really all grateful for that. On cue as well, constant support for the game in Canterbury. And Gianni's back up. John, back up. No, not quite.
That was very, very tight, wasn't it? That
was tight.
Just enough to get in there.
Well, they all go. Chance for.
I don't even know what you're saying.
It
So
sounds like my voice is going around the whole room.
yeah, it kind of. I think it's the confines of the space. We're right in the corner of the space. Maybe this room is made for sound to bounce around in.
Hello? Sounds like my voice
Mr.
is
Singleton? You need to turn your mic up apparently, Steve, or you need to get closer to it.
Hi there, can you hear me now, or is that not loud enough? I'm right over the mic now. Sorry, Mike.
Well, these microphones pick up voice quite well, as opposed to the handhelds, so you're obviously not doing... You're doing something wrong.
Yeah, he's just done it. Can you turn this up? No. Oh yeah,
So,
that's John.
yours is the one on the right.
That one here. Well, it's on Max.
I'm just trying to help Steve with his microphone. Anyway,
Oh, well, it says it's on Max. If you can't hear me, sorry about that.
a lot of shrapnel to avoid here, but he's done the right thing and not even bothered with it. Use what the table gives you.
Yeah, nice pop.
Struck that
2-1
in
to
lovely. As opposition to the previous frame where he didn't stroke it in, he had two shots at it and missed them both. That time it was one and done. Which Chrissy would this be, by the way?
Got
Is
Chrissy Wilcox. Thanks for letting me know.
I'm
not sure you
guessing
can hear
it's
me.
Chrissy Wilcox.
Yeah. Our tech expert is bailed on us, so for now I am at the volume you can hear me, and that's it. Anyway, back to the game then. Any other scores from Kiri's past. Let's have a look, see where he is in the group.
Okay, so you're going to go on your phone,
Yeah, it's
so I
groups
can
on here, look, there you go.
I can just watch the screen there, and whilst you do that, something needs to fall. No, that's gone dry. Wayne almost, as if prodded, he just realises now it's an open table. I mean,
Players in Brandon and Shane's group. Kiri's 3 games in. He's 1-2, lost 1.
one thing about Wayne that you will notice as well, he's quite a quick player. I say that and he'll probably take his time here, but he's one of those guys who doesn't like to muck around.
Some people play better fluently when they're in a rhythm and they're playing fast. I certainly do.
I think with this game, because of how relatively new he is to it, he will take his time a bit more. Because he's still trying to work out how everything operates, especially with his angles, his cue ball control and so on, and the different paths you need to take for finishes, you kind of have to slow down and just have a look at it. It's not as automatic as when you're playing CNZ or any other rule set that you're familiar with.
Well, here's a classic situation of whether or not all the balls are on. I think this is his hardest ball, and he's tackling that first, even if it is in a safety aspect. It's a good shot. He's got it off the cushion. All the balls go. It's just obviously the 2 by the black is limited on where he can get position on those. But if Mossy pots this red, that opens all that up. Which is okay.
Well, if he had potted it, what was his next shot?
Yeah, I mean,
don't think he was trying to pot it, was he?
I'd like to think he was going to miss that because there was no advantage to potting it except to clear the way for Kiri's clearance. But he's still got that on now. No, just.
I was about to say, I didn't think that was going to fall. I don't think Wayne thought that was going to fall either.
And this is the point where Kiri's decided he's going to commit to the clearance because there isn't any point in. Oh, maybe not. I'm sure that was a miss and not intentional.
Oh, I can tell you 100% that he was trying to pot that. Because you were right. Because at some point you've got to pin your ears back in this game. That's the other thing I love about this game and this rule set is that you just, at some point you just know that you need to be trying to finish. Because there's no point in doing anything else because everything's open.
Good shot. Yeah, it's a fine line making that decision whether to commit and go for the out. I mean, you can get away with it if you do mess up, but
you don't tend to get away with as much as opposed to CNZ where you mess it up in CNZ. If you leave the ball over the hole, often you're still in some form of control. This game, however, a ball over a pocket doesn't mean as much.
Talking about control, he was trying to control that. He was trying to leave it for the one over the bottom, and now he's ended up on his other one, which.
Billiard?
No. I thought he might have tried to go pot it with the white. Another option. Play the billiard shot, I guess you'd call it, wouldn't you, John? Use the white to pot the ball off another one.
The carom or the billiard. I thought that might have been the shot, to be fair. Because you're going to propel that red you hit into a position where you can pot it in the other pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
And also it looks mightily cool on stream.
I think he needs to get this one off the side rail and try and leave him hooked up behind. Oh, he's hit that. Okay. You might have done that. Oh, has he left it, John?
He's left the one over the hole.
I think he's left the one over the hole. It's a bit of a mistake. Not that he's got the... Oh, great shot. Oh.
Well, it was a good pot, but he's just unfortunate he didn't move the black any further.
Well, technically it goes bottom left, but that white ain't staying on the table.
On that angle.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bonus. Woo! That's a bonus little nick there. I'll take that, yeah.
There you go, he's smiling.
Look at that.
Just on cue. No pun intended.
Just trying to find it.
Oh, look at this. Oh, what a shot that is.
He has a good out. And he's forced to have a good shot at this because he's got to hit a cush, so then it opens everything up.
It was a good shot though, because it's so easy to miss that completely and give ball and hand away.
Yeah, it's a good pot. I mean, he had an element of safety, but he would have left it on.
Well, that's the thing with this game, is that sometimes you're in two minds even with that. You've got to actually think, I want to pot this ball, I don't want to miss it and leave him snookered. I'm not, that's not the intention.
Oh, he's dicing with death, his Kiwi there. I don't know if he's not quite got the pace of the table. That was a simple layup to snooker Wayne, but he's
managed it.
He's got away with it, but he's made it easy.
Yeah,
he's made it easier than it should have been. Yeah, exactly. And is something going to hit the cush? Yeah, that's not bad. He hasn't left an obvious spot, and he's put his ball over the pocket. So I'd take that.
Oh, definitely. Everything's up the same end of the table as the red. So
what I like about this position with the red is that if you leave anywhere, yeah, he's gone that way. That's fair enough. No, he's left it. That's another good shot. I'd have been looking to leave it down the bottom here because the only shot would have been into the top left, and the white is never staying out the middle. So you missed a trick there. That's a good shot, actually.
That's a great shot. There's another one that's easy to mess up.
Yeah, as a general rule, you shouldn't be losing from those positions. Oh, sorry, Kiri, I'll have to say that. I mean, you had plenty of balls, plenty of chances to snooker him, and
no, hush away. I completely agree, and I know he will too.
I think you're right. He'll know he should have won that with the opportunities to play safe, and a couple of his safeties were a little slack. Even the one where he still got the snooker, he left it open enough to give Wayne that shot on it, and ended up leaving it over the middle bag, and that ultimately won him the frame. So you've really got to think about safety. It's not a simple case of hiding the white. It's about putting it somewhere where it's really the hardest you can find, not just to get out of it, but to cut off any angles.
Yeah, you're wanting the players to play multiple rails, aren't you, to get out of the snooker? That's exactly the ideal. If you're playing one rail and getting out of it, and you don't have to do much to get out of it.
Look at this! I mean, my goodness! If you wanted a break for Christmas, that was it.
A lot of people
unbelievable.
A lot of people would kill for a break over Christmas.
Unbelievable! That was yeah. That's the biggest present I've ever seen.
It's just got to take it now.
It just goes to show that a couple of shots earlier when Kiri couldn't snooker him, and then the game gets away from you. That's a good shot as well.
This does go in the middle, by the way. It doesn't look like it, but it will go if you hit it nice and softly enough.
Not too hard. That's perfect. Now he's got a chance to come down the table.
He's got to make sure that he gets that cue through it.
Oh, he's missed cue. What a time to miss cue. John jinxed him. Commentator curse there.
I was more thinking about scratch in the middle, because if you don't get into those enough, the backspin doesn't kick, the spin doesn't kick the spin doesn't take off as much, and you end up swirling it into the middle pocket.
I think Wayne there was in such a rhythm, and he was quite excited. Oh wow!
Have some of that.
Oh, we're being treated to some interesting pool here, I must say.
Well, with the Reds where they were, it was almost a free shot.
Yeah. Now that's a nice one.
I like how he's actually using the table to his advantage and where everything is on the table.
And Wayne's forced to move the red that's in Kiri's way. He's got rid of one of his balls in the process, but unfortunately he's put the red pretty much back where it was in the first place. You can't make this up.
No, you couldn't, because you were sure that Wayne would be shaking Kiri's hand at this point.
I've seen some shots in this front. Oh,
Sorry.
it's alright. Well,
This is that position where you just don't lose from,
No.
or you shouldn't lose from.
No. And he'll be aware of that, and the pressure's on because it's 2-all, so... Yep, take that.
That's okay.
He'll take
That's
that.
fine. Thought it was going to get tangled up with the black for a moment there. That would have been an unhealthy marriage.
Oh yeah. Is he going top? Looks like he's going top.
Probably. Well, to be fair, if he goes bottom of your screen first, he's almost guaranteed a shot at the top ball. Whereas if he plays this and gets it wrong, he leaves himself hard. No, he's actually played that very nicely. He just needs now.
Natural angle around for the same pocket, I
Yeah,
reckon.
to watch his cue ball.
It will spread wide, as you'll see. The white. But yeah, that's nice.
Oh, that's beautiful. I think somebody was tapping the table. The camera was on too.
Nice. I think Wayne will kick himself. He had first dibs on that final frame, but Kiri will be relieved to see the back of that game. He got tangled into a bit of a scrap there. But that's what it is, race to 3. It's cutthroat stuff, and a couple of mistakes and a dry break, and somebody breaks clears, and the turnaround from 1 frame to 2 to 3 is just incredible. So yeah, there's a lot of pressure on these players and all of us today to qualify in section play, because when you've got to just get straight into the game.
Oh, this as far as a as far as a format goes, this is actually going to be good practice for those players who are playing in the Worlds. Not just saying, and anybody who's wanting to progress in this game has to learn how to play under those high pressure situations. Oh yeah.
Whoops.
There's a bit of
Dan?
somebody using my sayings against me.
I'm afraid I don't know which is which, John.
This is Kerry at the table now.
Kerry.
He's the guy with a lot of facial hair. Dan's the younger dude.
Oh, off you go then,
Now
John.
you get to call my game.
Oh, he's on the main.
Please be nice to me.
Yeah, when he's gone, I'll tell you the truth about John, the voice on the cop. Oh, he's still here? No.
Oh, I knew it was coming. It's just been... all the iPlayers.
I said, John, you be positive. You turn that one off. Everyone was saying that was quiet. Was it quiet?
I adjusted it. I saw the message. Yeah.
Hi Tony, thanks for the message. Yeah. Good afternoon to you. Is it already? Oh yeah, 12:04. Hope you're enjoying the stream and the pool.
Table 12, Marianne Horn, table 12.
Oops. Well, good afternoon. It's gone 12 now, so we're well underway here at the South Island Super League Championships here in Cashmere Club, Christchurch. Welcome to all viewers. Keep sending us some messages, let us know who you are, where you are, what you think of the game so far. I'm Steve Denton, doing a bit of commentary. John the Voice is playing, so clearly he's not with me, so good opportunity to see how he's playing. We're getting to the second half of section play. There's roughly 7 or 8 games for each player today in the morning session, and then this afternoon they'll be the same again. There we go, John's committing to reds, so one ball that he needs to sort out, which he's got an opportunity to do now if he tops through to the bottom cush. Have an opportunity to run the white, I think that's what he's doing. Not quite far enough, sadly.